Hey everyone, I'm currently doing a little bit of work on my LS, and since I have quite a few members asking me how I run my dash camera, and since I have everything pretty much taken apart, I wanted to show you guys I guess how this process goes. This is pretty much the same for the 2007 to 2012 LS and the LS that's from 2013 to 2017. They're pretty much built the same way. So you essentially, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, but you're starting in the center console, and both LSs have the same cigarette port and USB and audio panel. Once you take everything apart, there's this panel here. You can unplug it, and the panel comes out. What I did was the power for the dash cam starts here. It goes into a splitter, and from the splitter, this is the power wire for the dash cam. It goes underneath through a little hole that I dremeled out in the panel. The panel is just held in by clips. You unclip it from this side, it comes out. So you could bore a hole down here, and then I run the line through the center console underneath the gear shift and the infotainment control. It's kind of dirty in here because I bought this car from an old doctor who kind of spilled coffee everywhere. So I'm also cleaning this. So let me get to the other side real quick. I can't really sit because I have everything here, but the camera wires run underneath here, underneath the airbag. You figure out a way to actually put that. It goes underneath here. You could pop this panel out. This panel comes out. My wires, I run it up here, up the A-pillar, and then from the A-pillar, you could pop the A-pillar cover off. You don't have to take it off. It's kind of a bitch to take it off, but you could pop this off in the airbag here. Make sure you snake the power cable underneath the airbag. That's something that a lot of people miss. Do not run it straight across over it. You're gonna need your airbags, so run it under it, and from there you can actually fish it out. It goes up here. My car is a little bit unique since I have the lane keep assist. I have all this panel. I have these cameras up here, but you can see I have the wires coming down to the camera. I don't like to mount my camera on the glass just because when I park with the sunshade on, the sunshade actually hides my camera and it protects it from the heat. So this is the first camera. The second camera is a lot harder to run. The second camera, I have the wire coming out up here underneath the cover here, and it goes from here on out to the A-pillar behind the A-pillar on the other side. So let me get back on the other side. Yeah, so I run my wires from here. Same concept. It has to go behind the airbag on here. You could literally just pull this out and it would just pop out. Not all the way. It would just pop out until there's another hook, the retention hook, that you have to twist and turn out. You don't have to do any of that. Just once this cover is loose. You have 3 ways to do this. You could run it behind here, go all the way down here on the sills, and then underneath to where the sill is to the other side. Or you can run from here, behind here, and then up through the B-pillar cover. From here, you could either go, you could tuck it in here, which is really hard. I have the Alcantara headliner. I guess it's not as durable as the cloth. Or you can run it, or you could tuck it on this side right here. Whichever way you do, I guess it's up to you how much wire you have. I found that when I ran it down the A-pillar and down here, I barely had probably 5 inches or 4 inches of slack before it hit the rear camera. So for you, if you don't do it right, you may run out of line by the time you get to your camera back there. So let me get in the back. So I have mine running behind here and up. And then now you hit the C-pillar cover. This is a really hard part because the airbag's right here. You cannot take this out unless you pop the seat out. And with the Ultra Luxe edition that I have, the seat is more difficult to remove because I have the motors, the AC, the heater, and yeah, the coolers in here. So what I did was I ran my line here, down here, and I tucked it underneath here, and it goes all the way back and up to my camera, which is back here. Back here is really important. Let me lower the shade real quick. I have about 3 millimeters of clearance. I didn't want it to mount it anywhere where it would hit the rear sunshade. You want to see how close this gets? Yeah, very close. So it's up to you. Some of you guys who have the bigger rear dash cameras, it probably won't fit. You might have to do a mount, like drill it in here or something. So the most important thing is this C-pillar cover. If you take it off, that's good. You can run the line behind the airbag and run it just straight across behind the airbag up here. But for most people who don't want to take the seat out, the reason why you have to take the seat out is there's a clip behind here, there's a clip behind here. You could try to pop it out, but I'm pretty certain you're going to break the clip. So hopefully that helped you guys. The camera that I have is the Blackvue DR900S, front and rear system. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. Thanks.